Everyone, it's John, and guess what? It's an unboxing. It's an unboxing, yes. And do you know what that means? It means I've actually got some money. One of those rare times I've got money. And I've also been able to finally get Unmatched Cobble and Fog. I shouldn't shake so much, should I? Look, I'm absolutely stoked to be able to get another one of these titles in, I think, one of the best game systems that is out there. This Unmatched is, in my opinion, look, I prefer this over the Marvel, whatever that Marvel system is that everybody's raving on about and playing. But that's because I really don't like Marvel. That's just me. Oh, everyone's going to give me hate mail now. Come on, give me hate mail. No, it doesn't worry me. Look, I've played it, and actually it's not too bad, but it's just that there's just so much. But then I hear they're going to do a Marvel version of this. Oh, who cares? I just like the fact that this is just so different, and you've got such wonderful matchups here. You know, Dracula, Sherlock Holmes, the Invisible Man, and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Marvellous. So I'm really, really happy. Apparently, we've got Jurassic Park is out next week, so I'm really looking forward to that one next. So let's go have a look at the unboxing of Cobble and Fog. Well, here we are for the unboxing of my copy of Unmatched. And I must thank my good friend Mark and Fiona at Games World, Capalaba and Carindale. These very good people have been very good friends to me for quite a number of years. And Mark knows that I've been chasing the Unmatched for ages, and I'm very happy to have this one in. So let's go and have a look at what is inside this wonderful game. Now, I actually got to play this the other day against my friend Dana, and I have played Dracula, and Dracula was quite good, and I have played Sherlock Holmes, who at this stage I'm probably putting Sherlock Holmes at the best out of the four. I've played against the Invisible Man, and I think the Invisible Man is quite good in a defensive role. So he's probably best to be played in a team. Don't know about Jekyll and Hyde yet, but as I said, I am really, really happy to have this set. So I believe that the Jurassic Park set is available on the 25th of this month. So that would mean next week. Woohoo! Next week it'll be in. Will I be financial? That's always the biggest problem. I'm a pensioner, so I only get paid fortnightly, and that's always an issue of having money. So yeah, so let's have a look at what is in the box. So if you've ever played, oh, don't you love it when the suction on these little babies is spectacular. Right, there we go, finally got it open. Let's get this back up so that I've got as much of this in frame as possible. So, as usual, standard rules. From what I understand, there is no difference in the rules. They're standard. And that, so that's the rules. That is all there, so not much. The only thing that they have introduced is some changes. So there are secret passages on one of the boards. So if you come in from one section, you can pop up in another, which allows you to jump around the board. So that's an interesting game mechanic. Then there is the invisible fog mechanic, which the Invisible Man can use, and that was very interesting because when I played Dracula versus the Invisible Man was using this to quite a bit of consternation for Dracula trying to chase the Invisible Man down. So, and then we have team play rules at the back. So yeah, so there we go. So the rules are there. The playing pieces, as you can see, very nice thick cardboard, which is what I love. So that is them. Then here is the board, and this is where I was talking about the capacity to go in through one. So you can go there, and then you can pop up in any of these other locations that have the secret doors. So that makes for a good game. And then you've got the other board. So yes, very nice. Then we have, again, here we go, everything dropping out. The pieces are, as usual, very, very nicely sculpted. I'd really like to get them painted, but my painting days at this stage are over until either I can buy a large sum of money and can afford to buy paints again, because at this stage buying paints detracts from me being able to buy board games. So at this stage I think I prefer to buy board games than I do buying paints. So I'm not having a lot of luck hanging on to things, am I, today? This is the... So that was... I'll have to go back and have a look. There's the Invisible Man figure, which is quite nice. So that's the Invisible Man. This is, I believe, Jekyll and Dr. Jekyll. Then this is, of course, Sherlock. And the first one that I showed was Dracula. So yeah, that was Dracula. So that's Dracula. So we have tokens. So the only people who get tokens in this one are... so Dracula gets 3 sisters. So there's three of these. And Sherlock gets a token for Watson. So there's 1 token for the Watson, and Watson is the only ranged token, I believe, in this set. So let's have a look at the cards. So I must admit, this is by far one of the best games that I have come across in a long time. So as you can see, Jekyll and Hyde is clearly a melee orientated character. So you start the game as Dr. Jekyll, and as you start your turn you may transform into, obviously depending on which one you are, either Jekyll or Hyde. And so you've got lots of nice cards, and the cards are nice, they really are. I've got to get around to getting myself some more sleeves, but for some reason sleeves are fairly difficult to come by here at the moment, certainly in Brisbane. I'm not finding them, not even in places like EB or Zing. I'm not seeing much in the way of sleeves, which is oh, I know, yes, everybody, I can get them online, but as people know who follow me, I don't like online sales or buying things online. I'm just an old-fashioned person who prefers to give his business to brick and mortar stores, as I believe that these are people that are far more deserving of business than online traders. So, and the Invisible Man. So there, as I said, I really do. It's one of my. This is still one of my favourite games. This, and I guess the other one that I really like at the moment is Fleet, the dice game. So, yeah. So the Invisible Man. And as you can see, there is enough room in these boxes for these to be sleeved and not cause any problems with. Now I'm not going to be able to open this, am I? I do have fingernails. It's just that they've sealed these so well. But, so if you've played these sets so far, what would you say is your favourite, would be your favourite character that you've played? I must admit that until I played Sherlock Holmes, my favourite would have to be Medusa. I still say that Medusa is still my favourite because she's a ranged character, and she does have the 3 harpies. So for me, I guess she is still my favourite character because she has that gaze attack, which is just. And I must admit, Dracula with this beast form is just dreadful. The problem though is once your opponent knows that you've got that card, like once Dana, I should say, saw me play this, she got wise and never allowed me to use it a second time. So that was a. But then it's the same with Medusa as well. Once people know you've got gaze, they tend to be very wary as to, not really letting you have the capacity to be able to do it. But yes, Sherlock is just awesome, in my opinion, with what he can do. But there's more to come. As I said, there is Little Red Riding Hood to come, and Little Red Riding Hood, I think, and then there's Jurassic Park and a number of others. Then there's Buffy, which I'm really looking forward to seeing what that set entails. So anyway, look, there is my unboxing of Cobble and Fog. As I said, my favourite set so far to date. I'd suggest you get it. It's excellent. So, till next time, signing off, the Honourable John.